What is up, my YouTube fam? We're back again with another one, guys. Welcome back to Round the Table Podcast. Bare Bones Reactions is my name of my channel. You guys, we have Ryan Upchurch going out here and actually putting in work 100%. It's what he went and did. He combed up some stuff that, well, is very interesting nonetheless. And we all know whenever Ryan Upchurch has something on his mind or has something he wants to do, he succeeds at it. He's not a self-made millionaire for no reason. And we have him combing through some stuff. He was on a not a talk show, but a podcast, so be it, kind of like a panel podcast. And he was on there with Xaname and another guy, Tony, I think was his name, and Tony Dodge, and he was on his show, and Xaname brought in a lot of hostility towards him. So Upchurch came back with the vengeance and actually told her what was what. She couldn't take the truth, so she left the podcast, signed out of the podcast, went and deleted her YouTube channel and everything else. So then you also have another guy, Ronnie, comes out of nowhere, and they dig up information about Xaname, this Ronnie guy, and Ikmel, which Ikmel is another kind of like a podcast. He covers more, I do believe he covers everything on his channel. So mind you that Xaname, when she came on Tony's show, she had like 300 some odd subscribers, and she's still gaining subscribers as we talk. So Ryan Upchurch dug up some stuff. His people, the Creek Squad, come together like always, dug up stuff. Anyways, guys, love yourself, like yourself, be nothing but yourself. Like, subscribe to the channel, it's highly appreciated. Without further ado, guys, let's see what Upchurch has to say today.
Well, oh, Icky Mel, Ronnie Jones, and Herpy Lip. You know, I knew you three were being super suspect. But man, I didn't think you were gonna go this far with it.
So before we go any further, let me sum up the story for you. So in case you guys didn't know, Kylie Rodney was a 16-year-old girl from Truckee, California. She went to a party. She attended this so-called party, and somehow her vehicle ended up in a reservoir in Truckee, California. She was found in 14 foot of water 2 days ago. But there's some news outlets that is not releasing if it was her yet or not. And I'm not understanding that whole part of that, because the dive team that went in said that it was her. It's definitely her car they pulled out, and they said there was actually remains inside of this car as well. So why ain't they saying if it was her or not? Some news channels are saying yes, it was her for sure. Then you have some news channels that was just saying that we're not sure if it's her yet. We're not going to call that right now. So Adventures with a Purpose is actually who went in and found her. They specialize in usually cold cases, but usually towards water. So different climates, murky water, different kind of the water flowing differently, rising tides, lowering tides. They actually are professionals when it comes to that stuff, and that's what set them apart from the police station in Truckee or anyone else that actually tried, because they combed over this place that they found her at numerous times and never found her. So Adventures Without a Purpose come in and showed who's boss, found her, which the family has closure now. So, but anyways, guys, that's what Ryan Upchurch is sitting here talking about, was Kylie Rodney and her case. Anyways, guys, let's continue.
See, when you started painting all the fake pictures and trying to say I was on drugs and stuff, that's when other people that like me a lot started standing up. And man, what they figured out about y'all last night solidifies every single fucking thing I've said so far.
You're just sitting here and you're feeding people this BS because you have some type of axe to grind with me. And that's the thing, is that, like, he might see this video and be like, no, let me talk to her. I'm not talking to you.
The Xaname And Ikmel stood up for this guy so many times, and nobody even knew who this guy was. Nobody knew who this guy was at all. So now you have this Ronnie guy coming out of nowhere. Ryan Upchurch calls it out, and sure enough, Ryan Upchurch was correct about this guy, was correct about Ikmel, and has been correct about Xana May. So I'm the type to stay out of stuff and kind of stay neutral in between. So I'm going to continue to stay neutral. But when I see something that seems kind of screwy, I'm going to pop out. And this all seems screwy. You have Kylie Rodney at a party. She has 300 people nonetheless. Not one leaked picture of social media all through this whole thing, guys. Not one. All of a sudden, they find her car in 14 foot of water right off the embankment of this place, which is like a boat ramp. It rolls down. There's no tire tracks. You see what I'm saying? Anyways, guys, let's continue to see what Upchurch has to say.
Dude.
Yeah, no, I don't believe
No, we got another way to communicate.
Oh, a la verga. Me too. Pincho justo.
I've been racking my brain with this shit all day, bro. I got notes, fucking the whole nine, dog. So this is what I found, man. So Iktamel has a business, and so does Zanime. And when you look them up, you can see. So it says entity type, Florida Limited Liability Company, right? And that's Iktamel LLC. And then we've got Social Media Nexus LLC, which is also Iktamel, and it's Domestic Limited Liability Company.
Okay, I'm gonna put this up on the screen here, and there we
All
go.
right.
We got it. Okay.
All right. So first of all, we've got his real name.
For those who don't know, the top of the panel here to the left is actually Tony Dodge. This is actually his podcast, his panel podcast, I guess you would call it. But Xana May, we all knew that something was up with these three people. Now, whether or not they had anything to do with Kylie Rodney, I don't know. I'm not throwing out assumptions on nobody when it comes to this. But Ryan Upchurch is 100% that he knows that they had something to do with it. So now we have creekSquad connecting all dots, that they all know each other. This is what this whole thing was about, was them knowing that they knew each other. Ikmel, Xana May, and this other guy, Ronnie. How do they know each other? That's what they're getting ready to tell us. Anyways, guys, this is crazy. Like, if you really think about this, this is crazy. Because Ikmel has like 193,000 subscribers. Ronnie is supposedly in military, and so is Xana May. But I heard that Xana May wasn't in the military. So where did this Ronnie guy come from? Well, supposedly, Ikmel and Ronnie was hackers together. They used to hack into people's cameras and watch people. That's how they know each other. So it brings me this question. How do they know how to do this stuff? Is this something that Ronnie found? Is he really in the military, that he may have found in the military that he's doing? Or how does he know about this stuff? How does Ikmel know about this stuff? And Ikmel actually says it. Back in his gaming days, that's what he did. He has a video on it. Go to Ryan Upchurch's page and watch it. He's the one that posted it. It's Ikmel talking about it before he became a big YouTuber. Anyways, guys, let's see what these guys had to say.
Right? His real name is Melvin Cedeno. Okay? Here's his picture right here off of Pinterest. Melvin Cedeno, Iktamel, profile, Pinterest. right? I don't know if you guys had that information. So that so that links to this address, and it's 40 Beach Hill. Um, I can't fucking pull up. Oh, it's New Hampshire. So Manchester, New Hampshire, and it's 40 Beach Hill. And when you pull it up, it's the only fucking blurred house on the block, bro. The only blurred house, right? And then
What?
So why is this house the only blurred house on the block? If you was gonna do something, why don't you blur your whole block? All the houses. Why don't you blur them so no one can see anything? And this is all Google Earth stuff, guys. This is all this is Google Earth. So somebody could see your house with Google Earth. And honestly, I find that kind of wrong, because that's kind of wrong. I mean, it is, but then you have people that I'm sure police uses this stuff to find out more about what the surroundings look like before they go in, maybe for a SWAT or anything else like that, military. So it's good for that purpose. But why is this the only blurred house on this block? Why not blur out your whole block? This is suspect as hell right here. You're gonna blur out your one house, your house? Like, someone's gonna go to look and be like, oh, the only blurred house, it must be you. Come on, man. Anyways, guys, let's continue to see what Ryan Upchurch has to say.
Wow.
and then get
Very
this.
interesting. Very
So,
interesting.
so here's the ICTML LLC, Florida Limited Liability Company. There's something else. So I found something else here. I'm just gonna fucking take y'all on a journey. But when you look up Zanime, right? Apparently she's got a real estate company out of Syracuse, New York.
Right.
I saw that too.
And then look at it. Domestic Limited Liability Company.
Yeah,
Wow.
I saw that.
Look at this. Zanime Real Estate LLC, Domestic Limited Liability Company.
No way.
Oh yeah, bro, that shit's fucking nuts.
That's
201
No
Solar
way.
Street. Oh, bro, it gets better than this.
Yeah.
It gets
When you kidnap a girl, you don't think nobody's gonna dig this deep and national coverage is gonna get snapped on them. So they
Amen.
didn't expect this. This is the shit we need.
so Melvin Sedano, which is ICTML. Okay. So Melvin Sedano, and I've got that right? CEDENO. Okay, yeah. So Melvin Sedano. So, oh man, I found out so fucking much, dude.
Yeah, good job. Good job. Yeah.
See, Tony Dodge had Zanime on his show numerous times when it come to talking with Ryan Upchurch. The very first podcast that Zanime was on with Tony Dodge and Ryan Upchurch, I got that on my channel as well. There was something weird about her. Like, she wanted to make Ryan Upchurch look like a sly dog, like a liar, like accuse him of drugs, accuse him of all this other stuff, because they knew that it was coming to a point to where people was going to start digging and finding out some stuff that they may have on their slate. And here we go. Here it is. These three know each other. Ikmel, Zanime, and Ronnie. All three know each other. So Ronnie and Ikmel was hackers together, watching people's cameras. You remember on the other one when Ikmel actually told Ryan Upchurch to shut off his camera? That's weird. You mean to tell me that you, Ikmel, used to do this back in your gaming days? You say it on live, on your own channel, and you don't do this anymore? You just don't stop something like that. Something like that just doesn't stop. So I'm sure you still continue to do it. And I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say that. And as far as this Ronnie dude, where did this guy come from? So it took, you guys was covering this case of this missing girl And you guys all took advantage of this situation. I'm talking about Zanime, especially that woman. She sat through the whole podcast doing nothing but smiling. And then whenever somebody snapped back at her, she wanted to say, well, I'm tired of this being mistreated. What happened? Did you get soft at that point? What happened? Did you just get smacked out of the army? Because you proclaim you was an army. You proclaim you was a National Guard. But your hair doesn't meet criteria. I had actually an Army vet send me a comment in my comments stating all the stuff that didn't fit criteria for you. Anyways, guys, let's continue to see what they have to say.
Click on that. Yeah. Can you make it bigger?
Oh my god.
That's fucking Ronnie Jones. That's fucking Ronnie right there.
Oh
That
my
means,
God.
that means they know each other.
Icked was like the first name, and there was like a group of people behind that.
Yo!
And they
Yes.
add their name.
The hackers.
No
Could
way,
it be a
dude.
group? Could it be a network of people
That's
in
him
a
younger.
similar way?
Yep. Yeah, you remember you posted that in that video, Church, where you said the Selby kid, the and what was the other one?
With the chin.
Fuck,
Look at
what
this.
was
Here
it?
you go. Church. Fuck.
Same
Good
ears.
job.
Same ears.
Yo, literally is the same,
Same
person.
nose. Look at the nose.
Same
exact
person.
nose.
Bro,
They
I
just have
cannot believe
facial-
that I just
the
saw
only
this
thing
shit.
Yo,
So you have Tony Dodge, his show, blown away from the evidence that the Creek Squad came up with. Salute to you guys, Creek Squad. You have hackers, which is the two guys, Ronnie and Ikmel, was both hackers. Ryan Upchurch has a video on that of him literally saying what they used to do. And then Zanime, where did she come from? Well, I'm not for sure where she came from, but I could tell you this much. The woman disrespected, in my opinion, the little girl disrespected Ryan Upchurch, disrespected Tony Dodge on his own show. So, Zanime, great job. Anyways, guys, YouTube family, Creek Squad, salute you guys. YouTube family, love yourself, like yourself, be nothing but yourself. Like, subscribe to the channel, it is highly appreciated. I will continue to do videos, guys. Go to my channel, check out the rest of it. Anyways, guys, your boy Deuce is out. Thank you guys, love you, YouTube fam.